Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another Stock Kings YouTube video. And today I will be going over SundialGrowers Inc., ticker symbol SNDL. I'll be going over some important information regarding their earnings report coming up on March 17th, as well as some technical analysis on this stock. So you guys want to be ready for that. But before I get into anything, I want you guys to go ahead, give a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications so you know whenever we come out with a new video. And also, I have my Instagram linked below if you guys want to give a follow to that as well. But getting right into it, Sundial Growers has been coming down pretty recently. As you can see, we came up very high off the bounce of this 200 EMA in the 50. We come all the way up here, almost touching $4, and now we are all the way back down, closing at around 114 on Friday. But moving into the news, I wanted to kind of talk about Sundial Growers to announce full year and fourth quarter 2020 financial results on March 17th, 2021. Super important date for you guys if you guys are interested in this stock. It's going to be March 17th, 2021, so put that in your calendar. And this is going to send a lot of volatility into this stock on this date. It's going to be after market, so after this date, this stock is going to be absolutely crazy with the news. There's going to be overreactions for whatever comes out. However, if you are long term on this company and you are super bullish, you think long term this company has a lot of potential, and you are in on it, then you are willing to take the volatility with the earnings. However, if you are just trading this stock short term, I would recommend being out of this stock prior to earnings, just because we do not know what's going to come out. You don't know what's going to happen to the stock after the earnings is a huge question mark. So I recommend if you are just trading this stock to not be in it for the earnings March 17th. Be very careful. Watch that date, and we will definitely see what Sundial does on their earnings on March 17th. It'll be very interesting to see. But also, they will be following the release of its full year and fourth quarter financial earnings. They will also be hosting a conference call on March 18th. And I think that this is a good sign that they will be, kind of talking about it afterwards. Hopefully, it's a sign of a good financial results if they are willing to kind of hop on a conference call after that comes out, and they will be talking about all the good things that Sundial has done over the year. But getting on to the important information that I wanted to talk to you guys about earnings is these earnings expectations. The estimates, I have some estimates here on Seeking Alpha. So if you look here, we have last quarter earnings. So this would be Q3. Right here, this was the announced date. Their earnings per share actual was 6 cents. So they were actually profitable in Q3, and they beat this by 15 cents. So that is a huge beat for Sundial in Q3, and this is definitely going to raise the expectations in the estimate for this upcoming quarter Q4. Um, and their revenue, however, was down by a lot. They missed expectations by 7.11 million, which is a pretty big miss. However, beating earnings per share is a huge step forward. So now I want to look at upcoming quarter earnings, and these are the estimates. As you can see here, this is the date 30/17 after market, and they are expected to be around 4 cents per share at a loss. So this would be negative 4 cents per share. That's their estimate, as well as an 11.71 million, almost 12 million revenue estimate. So these two numbers right here is what we will be looking to beat in the Q4 earnings. If they do beat these two estimates, if their earnings per share is better than negative 4 cents, or their revenue is better than 11.71 million, you can expect this stock to be going up. However, if they do not beat expectations, you can expect another fall of Sundial. So these are some numbers just to be wary about if you're going in and you're, looking at earnings on March 17th. Those are the two earnings or the two estimates that you guys want to see beaten by Sundial on March 17th. Super important numbers, especially if you are a long-term holder in the stock. This is what you want to see. You want to see growth year after or quarter after quarter in a company that you are long-term bullish on. But moving on, before we get into some technical analysis, I want to look here on FinViz, some information regarding the short float. We have shorts around negative 24.37%. So that's pretty high number for short float, and it would kind of explain a lot of this downward momentum here, but it is to be expected. A lot of the market is, being shorted, and a lot of people are trying to get out of positions. They're panic selling. So that would kind of explain why you're seeing so much shortage going on in Sundial at the moment. There's a lot of just downward momentum in the overall markets as a whole. But let's get right into these chart here on TradingView. Um, as we talked previously, we have a bounce off the 250 EMA to a rapid rise to the top. We come all the way back down into this $1.15 range. Some important candles to note, it would be the Friday candle, this one right here. We have a super strong support being formed here. As you can see, previous price action also could not break through this support here at $1.10. And this candle right here, this daily candle from Friday, tried to break through and could not do it, ended up coming back up. Buyers bought it back out of this zone to respect. It could not break past this support. An important thing here is the 50 EMA is also very, very close. So hopefully as we move on into that, earnings date, we would be in this area over here. This 50 EMA would also continue to climb, and these daily candles will respect that and hopefully climb with it as well. I think also a good thing to note is a lot of these stocks in Sundial's industry. Sundial is a small company in the industry, but you want to be taking a look at some of the larger companies in the industry, how they are matching up to Sundial. As you can see, it also has a rapid run up. We're here on Tilray, ticker symbol TLRY. Huge run up, and then we are right back down, very similar to Sundial. So it's nothing, to not be expected of Sundial. It's just the norm for the industry at the moment. And then also CGC, a pretty big player in this industry. We also have a massive run up. And then if we're running right back down, this one actually crossed its 50 EMA and we are down into this zone. So it looks like in this industry, we have a lot of stocks kind of doing the same thing, massive run up and then, pretty big run down. And I think a lot of stocks in general are just kind of following this. Like we have a massive run up and then, just lately there's been a pretty, torrent run down following the overall market. It's just a pretty big run down recently in the past couple of weeks. But definitely this zone right here is a very strong support. If this gets broken, that would be, a sign of a pretty big bearish momentum. And we can probably look for another support here if we get a break. Sorry, let me just kind of pull this over here. If we get a break of the 50 EMA and the 110 support, very strong support. However, if we do get a good rejection and a good day in the markets tomorrow, positive day, we can look here for previous price action to show us a resistance around 165. So we would be looking for a rejection again off the support, a bullish candle to close above in this zone, and we would be looking to take it up to here at the 165 range. That is our play for Sundials. I'll be looking for this after earnings. I do not want to make any plays prior to earnings. That is just too much volatility and too much unknown for where this stock is going to be. But, potentially after earnings, if we are looking, bullish on Sundial. The earnings come out well, beat those expectations. This is where I'd be looking to take it to. Start taking profits around the 164 range. And also we have, it seems, a nice resistance here at the 226, and then another one here, excuse me, here at 297. So this would be our zones basically that we would then break into. Coming out of this, we would be looking to take, hopefully this support, remains a support and does not become a resistance, but hopefully we will be getting some good earnings results and coming out of this. But I would also like to note that this stock in this industry has massive potential, especially with the Biden administration. And that's why you saw this massive run up with all of these stocks in this industry. We saw a massive run up because of the Biden administration and the potential of legalization in 2021 in the United States. So I honestly believe that as soon as the market, the overall market, becomes bullish again, we are going to see rapid growth in these types of stocks, just because any positive news about this stock with this administration currently in office is going to send this stock to crazy heights. It's going to give it so much volume, and we are going to see very similar run-ups like this with any positive news. So I think when you're getting this stock at this price and we do have a dip in the overall market, you are getting a very discounted price for the potential of this industry and where it could be moving forward. So just kind of recap these potential plays. If we stay above this zone right here, this support at 110, we would be looking to get some green candles, some bullish confirmations, and taking our first position up to around the next resistance at around 165. So we would be taking basically around here, looking for a bullish candle. This would be our first take profit, and we could use a right here stop loss basically on the end of this wick. Hope if it does not come down any further than this wick, then we would be looking good to keep going up. If it does break, sorry for that, if it does break this wick here, that is a bull or a bearish confirmation if it does break this low. So we would be putting our stops at this low and taking our first take profit here at the 165. And then once we get a break of that, we would be moving our next price target up to here, the 224, 226 range. Price would then be here at 165, and we would be moving stops depending on where the current candle lows would be, but I'm going to be expecting it to be around here. So this is what this would look like. We would be mitigating our risk as price moves up, ensuring profits. Guys, make sure you are ensuring profits as price goes up. That is the best way to grow your account. I'm telling you, you don't want to come back into losses after taking profits. But yeah, and then if we get another break here at this resistance here at 226, we'd be then taking another partial profit, reducing our position in the play to take more money, and then moving to our next price target here. Price would be up in this resistance. Now this would become our support, and we would move our stop loss again to the next low of the previous candle to mitigate risk on this position. I cannot stress that enough. You want to be securing profits along the way. Super important for you guys. But I think that is all the information that I have for you today. As always, I hope you guys have a super great day. Make sure you're getting those profits. Please support the channel. Give a like on the video. Subscribe. Turn on post notifications. And follow my Instagram down below if you would be interested in that. Again, I hope you have a great day. Get those gains. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.